Good morning, and thank you for Minds and Money for hosting this conference. Today I'll talk about Triton and its development of its world-class projects in Mozambique. Next page is a disclaimer. We'll follow that by the start of the presentation. First of all, I'll spend a few minutes on graphite and why it's important. But really for us, what we're convinced by is that Triton is really in the right commodity in a tier one location. We have graphite being a commodity that is really a commodity for the future. We have world-class assets, 3 of them, with very attractive returns, and we're very advanced, and we're in Mozambique, which for us is a very attractive location to develop. Moving on to graphite. Not all graphite is equal, and I think we need to focus on what's important for graphite. For us, and our analysis really is flake size is important, grade is important, but also the physical impurities. And it depends on the application it's going into. Different products need different properties. So battery, which is not really our focus area for Ankiwabe, is driven by grade because it needs to be very high purity, and then it needs to be purified even further after its mechanical purification. And you're going to need 99.95% to meet battery grade material. Refractory really needs medium flake material at around about 98-99%, which is one of the options for us, and is one segment we'll supply into. The major area and our focus area is really expandable graphite, and the reason for that, it requires large flake size and above 94 to 98% purity. Our production at Ankiwabe is about 60% large flake size and above, and an average grade of 97.5%. And this is why it's our primary target, and you'll see the pricing below shows you the reason why it commands a significant premium. Sorry, I'm just having trouble moving forward. So going into the marketplace, you'll see that there's a structural shortage looming within the marketplace, and that's predicted both by Roskill and also Benchmark Mineral Intelligence by showing by about 2025, even if most of the probable projects come online, we have a structural shortage going forward. And that's even more prevalent for in the area of expandable graphite, when only 10% of the world's production is suitable to expandable graphite. A large part of that is related to China, and China is very important in the world of graphite. But the supply issues for China is really a significant opportunity for Ankiwabe, and that is because China is predominantly a fine flake producer. The large flake that was produced in Shandong province is diminishing, but also through the 2020 and 2025 goals for cleaner and greener environments, you're seeing production get closed down, and increased demand from energy saving and new energy vehicles, which is really the part of the 2025 goals for China. Both of those will require significant supply of graphite. For us, large flake graphite provides our strategic advantage. We've done a lot of test work. As I said, 10% of the global graphite supply is only suitable for expandable market, and over 50 to 60% of our production is suitable for that market. It is currently the 3rd largest user of graphite, the flame retardant building materials, and is estimated, as you'll see below, by the China National Building Materials Institute that they will need 40 million tonnes of flame retardant building materials containing 5% over the coming years, which in itself is 2 million tonnes of expandable graphite. Total graphite production last year was around about 1 million tonnes of graphite. So you see there is a structural shortage looming. For us, really our situation is we're ideally positioned to have first mover advantage in the expandable graphite. We have a world-class asset. It's a long life. Its reserve has a 27-year mine life, and there's significant resources that will be converted to reserve in the future, which will allow a very long life asset. Near-term production, we are looking at bringing this into construction shortly and finishing construction at the end of 2021 and first ore on ship in Q1 2022. Through our strategic relationship and partnership with Jinan High Tech, we have a clear path to the funding, and hopefully in the next month we'll announce more information on that funding. We're part of a market that is transforming both on the EV but also in the flame retardant building industry. We're fully permitted at Canterbury. We have our mining concession granted. We have our environmental license. And we have an EPC contract signed with attractive financing on that at concessionary rates. We have over 50% of our production secured by binding offtake agreements. And so we're ready to run, and we aim to be the next graphite producer in East Africa. On top of Canterbury, we're in the jurisdiction of Mozambique. Great location for us. Lots of mature mining industry. We have 2 operating graphite mines, so Ciro operating in the Blama region, but we also have Germany's largest graphite products producer, GK, operating a small plant right next door to Canterbury, and that's a real support of the quality of the Canterbury deposit there. We also have a lot of other activity in the region and country through aluminium down with Moselle, Vale with Moatize coal production, and a number of gas projects that are up in the north, which are significant. Our production aim is a 60,000 tonne of high-grade material. It will go to the port of Pemba, which is very close to Canterbury, only 80 kilometres by sealed road from the edge of our facilities, and the closest port to any graphite project in East Africa. We have a second project sitting in Mozambique called Nakanda Hill. It is 1.4 billion tonnes, 11.1% graphite. It's a significant resource, and also contains 4.2 million tonnes of V2O5. It is primarily a battery play, and we will look at doing a joint venture partnership with someone over the coming years to actually put that into the hands of a large automotive producer or a battery maker to go on the move that forward, but retain any interest in it. So just for us, our highlights are: we have near-term production. NPV on Canterbury is $298 million, an IRR of 37%. We're fully granted and permitted with the binding offtake agreements. We have three projects ready to run in a safe jurisdiction, and a clear path to funding and financing and the development of Canterbury. So on that note, I will close our presentation, and thank you to the people at Mines and Mining.